When you search, "What is the price of gold today?" you probably see a live chart. Maybe it shows $3,900 per troy ounce. But have you ever wondered who decides that number? And more importantly, how does it transform into the price you see at your local jewelry shop in India? That's what we'll decode today. The journey of gold, from who owns it, to where it's mined, how its price is fixed in London, and finally, how it flows through India's system until it reaches your jewelry box. Let's start with the basics. Where is gold, and who actually owns it? Across history, the world has mined around 250,000 metric tons of gold. But how is that distributed? Nearly 46% of all gold is held by private individuals, mostly in jewelry, coins, and bars. 17% sits with governments and central banks, forming part of their foreign exchange reserves, with the United States alone holding over 8,100 tons. About 21% is investment gold, held by ETFs, institutions, and private investors. And the remaining 16% goes into industrial uses, like electronics, aerospace, and medical devices. Now here's a fascinating fact. Within private holdings, Indian households alone own about 24,000 tons of gold. That's nearly 1/10 of all the gold ever mined, and over 1/5 of all privately held gold worldwide. So the world's biggest owners of gold aren't vaults or banks, they're ordinary households. And India stands right at the top of that list. Every year, the world mines roughly 3 to 3,500 tons of new gold. But production isn't evenly spread, it's highly concentrated. China leads with around 380 tons per year. Australia and Russia each contribute over 300 tons, and the United States adds around 180 tons. Together, these four countries produce over 1/3 of the world's annual gold supply. Now we reach the heart of the story. How is gold's global price actually decided? It all happens in London, through a process managed by three key players. The London Bullion Market Association, or LBMA, sets the framework and standards. The ICE Benchmark Administration, or IBA, conducts the electronic auction twice a day, and 14 accredited banks and traders, including HSBC, JP Morgan, and UBS, place the buy and sell orders that determine the benchmark. Here's how the auction works. Each business day, two sessions are held, one at 10:30 in the morning and another at 3 in the afternoon, London time. Let's say the session begins at $3,900 per troy ounce. Banks submit their orders. One might want to buy 150,000 ounces, another might want to sell 130,000. If demand is higher than supply, the system automatically raises the price, maybe to 3,902 or 3,905, until the market balances. When buy and sell orders are nearly equal, within about 10,000 ounces, the auction locks in the official benchmark price. This price becomes the global reference for the rest of the day. So how does this international benchmark turn into the Indian gold rate? Let's break it down step by step for 10 grams of gold. At $3,900 per ounce, that converts to roughly 1,02,450 rupees. Add freight and insurance, about 512 rupees. Now, apply customs duty of 6%, plus a 1.25% social welfare surcharge. Then calculate GST at 3% on top of that. When you add it all up, the final landed cost comes to roughly 1,12,500 rupees per 10 grams. That's before any jeweler's margin or making charges. So, who actually brings all this gold into India? In the financial year 2024 to 2025, India imported nearly 800 tons of gold, and a handful of players dominate this trade. HDFC Bank imported about 102 tons, nearly 13% of the total. MMT CPAMP India followed with 99 tons. The Reserve Bank of India itself added 57.5 tons to its reserves, bringing its total holdings to 879.6 tons as of March 2025, up from 822 tons the year before. Gold, therefore, isn't just about ornaments or investment. It's also about national financial security. Behind every gold necklace you buy is a vast ecosystem at work. Licensed importers bring gold into the country. Bullion dealers and refiners test and purify it. Wholesalers and traders distribute it nationwide. Then jewelers design and craft it into ornaments. Supporting all this are banks and NBFCs, offering gold loans and digital gold products, and commodity exchanges, helping traders manage price swings. Finally, regulators like the RBI, SEBI, DGFT, CBIC, and BIS ensure everything runs legally and transparently. That's why gold prices remain almost identical across cities like Mumbai, Chennai, or Delhi. All follow the same LBMA benchmark and tax structure. So the next time you see gold trading at $3,900 per ounce, remember, that number carries a story. From mines in China and Russia, to auctions in London, to importers and refiners in India, to the RBI's vaults, and finally, to the jeweler's showcase where you make your choice. That's the journey of gold, from global markets to your jewelry box. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon with another fascinating story from the world of finance.